In a quiet part of Bathurst, where the sunset painted the sky in hues of gold and orange, a ray of hope was emerging. This is the story of Glenray. It is a tale of unwavering determination, a story of dedication that knows no bounds. In the year 1953, a mother named Beryl Dowling had a dream. Her son was unique, and she yearned for opportunities that would allow him to flourish. Like all parents, she dreamt of an education, a sense of belonging, and a chance at a future for her son. Mrs. Glenn Fogarty, a teacher and wife of a local doctor, heard of her quest and reached out. She too had been trying to help a child with similar needs. Together, they approached the Mayor of Bathurst, Mr. Parnham, and a public meeting was called. The year 1956 marked the inception of a committee and the formation of the local branch of the Subnormal Children's Welfare Association. Their goal? To create a school for children with disabilities in the area. A glimmer of hope was ignited. The Methodist Church offered an old horse stable behind the William Street Church. It was a humble space in dire need of renovation. Over 3 months, a group of dedicated volunteers, fueled by community support, transformed it, and so the first school for children with disabilities in Bathurst was born. They named it Glenray Special School, after Mrs. Glenn Fogarty, combining Glen from her name with the ray of hope that this school represented. On July 17, 1957, with 8 children and 1 teacher, Mrs. Hill, Glenray opened its doors. Swings and a slide outside and a piano inside brought smiles to children's faces. In those pioneering days, Mrs. Kenny and Mrs. Lloyd were integral in finding innovative strategies for teaching these unique students. So they travelled far and wide, eager to learn from the experts. As the school continued to grow, a need for more permanent premises arose. The community rallied. The Mothers Club, later the Glenray Women's Auxiliary, organised cake stalls and fetes, while Mrs. Alsop and Mrs. Williams opened an opportunity shop in the front window of Harold Wheels Dry Cleaners in George Street. The efforts of many, including service clubs and volunteers, raised over $16,000 in just 4.5 years. In November 1961, a new school building in Browning Street was built and stood tall, with 25 students and 3 teachers, Mrs. Lloyd, Mrs. Kenny, and Ms. Mill. The Mothers Club evolved into the Glenray Women's Auxiliary, and their support continued for decades, making a difference to the lives of countless children. The school was transferred to the Education Department in 1971 and later changed its name to Karen, continuing to be a pillar of support and guidance for young people, providing them with exceptional education to this day. Glenray's focus on education never wavered. Innovative programs like GETS, Glenray Education and Training Service, and BASS, Bathurst Adult Support Service, transformed into the Glenray Lifestyle and Learning Centre, offering diverse group activities and engaging learning experiences. In 2016, they moved into modern, purpose-built premises at Browning Street, delivering support to over 70 people each week, providing opportunities for personal growth. Glenray, a ray of hope that turned into a beacon of support and growth for children and adults living with disabilities. A story of love, determination, and unwavering community support. The Glenray story continues to shine bright. In the mid-20th century, Glenray School was a shining success, providing education and support to young people with disabilities. But as the school's graduates grew in number, a new challenge emerged: the need for employment opportunities. It was 1965 when a new idea was formed in Bathurst: the concept of a sheltered workshop. Back then, it was a revolutionary notion, offering individuals of all abilities a chance to work and learn within a secure environment, while making meaningful contributions to their community. With passion and purpose, a dedicated workshop committee was formed, and a temporary workshop was set up in the premises of the former Glenray Special School on William Street. This workshop became a haven for people with disabilities, where they acquired valuable skills through various tasks like assembling components, sorting, and packing. Just 2 years later, in 1967, a new chapter unfolded with the grand opening of the Bathurst Regional Workshop in Browning Street. Federal MP for Macquarie, Mr. Tony Lucchetti, proudly opened the new premises, and the workshop became the source of employment for 15 individuals living with disabilities. The Sheltered Workshop Committee saw an opportunity to merge their efforts with Glenray, transforming into a single entity offering both education and employment opportunities. In 1971, the Sheltered Workshop expanded, and an exciting addition emerged: the Glenray Laundry. With 3 large washing machines, commercial gas dryer, a mechanical ironer, and 18 hand ironing stations, this laundry provided more vital employment opportunities for people living with disability, while catering to residential washing and pressing. As the laundry service thrived, it eventually moved to a new location on Rankin Street in 1983, now employing 25 people. This new facility was hailed as the most modern laundromat facility in Bathurst, as reported by the Western Advocate. The move, though financially costly, brought significant benefits to the employees. It boosted their confidence and self-esteem, offering them increased access to community facilities. Rolling into the 90s, Glenray continued its quest for new opportunities for its employees, moving away from the sheltered workshop model and securing a contract with Bathurst Regional Council. This was exciting new work, where Glenray provided a work crew of supported employees who, with the support of a supervisor, maintained the verges and parks around Bathurst, making a valuable contribution to the community. Over the years, Glenray explored diverse work opportunities, such as a collaboration with Uncle Ben's of Australia, where supported employees actively contributed to product manufacturing in the plant. The workshop itself evolved, shifting from the sheltered workshop model to a commercial wood products workshop. It diversified, crafting items like bread bins, small tables, coat racks, and shelves. A showroom was established at the front of the building. Glenray's progress continued with a diversification into manufacturing high-quality kitchens. Later, Glenray Industrial Services, as it is now known, ventured into mattress and bed-based production, focusing on the hospitality sector. In the 90s, they gained export pallet certification, becoming the sole pallet manufacturer in Central West New South Wales with such a certification. Today, Glenray Industrial Services also offers secure document destruction services for local businesses and engages in various packaging projects for local manufacturers, rounding out the range of services provided today. Meanwhile, the wash shop continued to flourish. Demand for services grew, and the positive impact of supported employment was evident. By the end of 2000, Glenray employed an impressive number of people with disabilities. The need for more space and modernised equipment led to the relocation of the wash shop in 2002 to its current location at 208 Browning Street. This move allowed for the addition of new services and equipment, including a drying tunnel and dry cleaning services. The laundry transformed from the wash shop to Bathurst Laundry. But, as with any journey, there were challenges. Glenray faced its fair share, including enduring more than one devastating fire throughout its history. The most recent blaze in 2018 destroyed the laundry, including the administration offices and the precious memories of Glenray's history. Yet, once again, the community rallied around Glenray and those living with disabilities, providing essential help. In particular, the Catholic Diocese offered temporary premises. Within a few weeks, Glenray was back in action, serving its customers. With renewed determination, Glenray rebuilt, and in 2019 unveiled a brand new state-of-the-art laundry, again ready to serve hospitality customers across regional New South Wales, while offering training and employment opportunities to people living with disabilities. Today, our laundry, known as Glenray Laundry, continues its success across regional New South Wales, including Bathurst, Dubbo, Orange, Forbes, Parkes, Mudgee and Cowra. Not only does it thrive as a business, but it also provides training and employment for over 50 people living with disabilities. Through every challenge, Glenray has persevered, proving that with community support, dedication, and a commitment to enriching lives, anything is possible. With the community witnessing the incredible potential of individuals living with disabilities, the need for independent, supportive homes became the new frontier. It was a profound concern for parents at the time who wondered about the future of their children, especially if they were no longer around. Most young people with disabilities still resided in their family homes. But Glenray Committee and families saw something extraordinary in their loved ones. They recognised their capacity for independent living with the right support and suitable homes. After extensive searches for the perfect location, Glenray Park, a hostel for adults with disabilities, opened its doors in December 1971. Nestled just off the Great Western Highway at Yetholme, the main house, once known as Ickleton, a beautiful property, stood on 10.5 hectares of land. An innovative concept at the time, it provided independence and support. It even had a hall for games, dances and Christmas parties. Glenray Park initially accommodated 16 adults, later expanding to 19 residents, with on-site house parents who assisted with cooking, cleaning and supervision. Life was peaceful and enjoyable for everyone. Continuing their vision for innovative solutions, Glenray House emerged in 1972, located in Gormans Hill. With the support of the community and service clubs, this facility was built to house 25 children and stood as an example of innovation and best practice in residential homes for people with disabilities. The children at Glenray House had countless adventures, embarking on yearly trips that included horseback riding and swimming. Then, on July 4, 1986, the Western Advocate boldly proclaimed community group homes for the disabled. The Glenray Committee President at the time, Mr. Alf Halpin, stated that, following Commonwealth Government recommendations, the hostels would eventually be replaced by group homes. This shift in government regulations was a significant milestone towards inclusion and accessibility for people living with disabilities. To comply with these recommendations, Glenray Park and Glenray House were sold, and the proceeds were used to purchase property and build group homes. One of the properties acquired was the old St Michael's Orphanage in Kelso, 1982. It became a home for up to 20 adults with disabilities, and in 1992 it was transformed into a series of individual group homes. Architectural firm IDG Group was engaged to design these modern accessible homes, offering shared living accommodation, providing comfortable and social home environment to individuals with disabilities. The end result was an impressive community village where each home was unique, creating a welcoming, homely environment where people built friendships and relaxed in their own space. The 1990s brought a period of transformation. With government legislation implemented, Glenray officially becoming a company and a board of directors was appointed. As the renovation of St Michael's Orphanage was completed, it was renamed Glenray Village to embody this new community vision. By 2010, Glenray Village had grown further, featuring 6 modern accessible homes. In 2023, another 2 were added, and Glenray Village is now the home to over 35 residents. Glenray Village continues to thrive as a vital part of the community. In 2021, receiving a grant for an accessible fitness zone, an accessible basketball court, and inviting outdoor areas. In 2017, Glenray opened its first group home in Lithgow, extending its support to the local community. In 2023, Glenray invested in its own property, solidifying its presence in the area. As we journey into the future, Glenray remains steadfast in its commitment to delivering comprehensive, quality and dependable support. Our vision continues to empower people living with disabilities, offering them opportunities to lead fulfilling lives. As we venture into the next chapter of Glenray's history, we invite you all to embrace your tomorrow.